I give dating advice.
Hi, friends. Let's talk about why I date women only between the ages of 18 to 28.
It's because I'm essentially a puer eternist. Now, for those of you that didn't take Latin, that's a forever boy. That's me.
TikTok has brought back the 20th century with its pseudoscience and its snake oil tactics, and no other niche fits this description better than TikTok dating coaches. As a full-time dating coach, having worked in this industry for 13 years, I figured I could give you guys my own perspective on some of these coaches. So in this video, we're actually going to be breaking down a compilation video by this guy right here. I love his energy. I like how authentic he is. He does get some things wrong, but again, he's not a dating coach. So who's giving good advice and who's giving bad advice on TikTok? Let's find out together.
It's kinda crazy how life goes. Until I met you, I always thought I would die alone.
Girl looks at you. When you catch her looking your way, return the glance and hold it for 2 to 3 seconds.
I'm old, so maybe I'm wrong, but that just feels too long. Let's try it out. Did it work?
I'm assuming this guy's getting a lot of views because this guy's making a ton of these videos, and obviously looking at the girl like that is not going to work. All right, you got to have to apply some critical thinking ability. Obviously, he's doing this as a joke. He's not doing this to be serious. He's not trying to give people dating advice, actually. But yeah, eye contact is sexy, but not in the way he's doing it. There's a way that you can look at the girl that is cocky, that is confident, that is powerful, and it will attract a girl. Eye contact is sexy.
If women are stronger than men, then why the fuck are we allowed to hit them?
There's not much to say here. This is obviously a sad little cry for help, but it does give me a good opportunity to address why I don't ever tag these guys in my videos.
And to all those people that are stitching the video, thank you for giving me what I want. A reaction.
And obviously I'm still giving this guy a reaction, but there's nothing special about him. So without his name, he kind of just blends into the mayonnaise rainbow.
Y'all are also giving me views as well, so thank you for that.
And I don't want to kink shame or anything, but that's what this is. It's this weird toxic kink that they can show off to their buddies and be like, do you like me now? Did you see my video? Does this make you like me?
People go through different stages of growth, and as a young guy, a stage of growth is being angry at women. The same way a stage of growth for women is being mad at men. It's okay as long as he moves through it. A lot of you guys who say stuff like this is the kind of content you guys do not want to be watching because it's going to ruin your results with women.
Stop texting girls.
He's not wrong. As a grown man, you should be texting women.
Stop asking what they're up to. Stop asking how they are.
But what if you actually want to know how they're doing?
When you text a girl and you try to get to know her, basically what you're saying is, hey, I have nothing to do all day. I'm just going to sit around and text you.
Or, and hear me out, it could be just because you like texting.
The only thing that you should be using text messaging for is to meet up with her.
But so you're saying you should only be texting with see me now, me see you now.
Stop texting anything else ever.
Look, I've been married 12 years, so maybe I'm just out of the loop, but this feels like terrible advice.
Yeah, it's not exactly great advice, but at the same time too, if a girl's not into you, if your girl's not reciprocating or a girl doesn't yet have any investment in you, I see where the guy's coming from to an extent, but it's not as simple as just not texting her ever and only text her when she meets up with you. It's a lot more complex than just that. There's a lot more that goes into play, and this guy's hilarious. I really liked that response that he gave. I thought the shit was hilarious.
So my DMs blew up on Schminstagram this morning after my carrot penis video went viral, and a bunch of young men were very disappointed to find that a lot of my other videos were critiquing the toxic advice given by these relationship experts online. But before you block me, I want you to keep in mind that my following is over 90% women, and my comment sections are filled with thousands of other women who you claim to like who agree with what I'm saying. Look, I am no relationship expert, but neither are these guys claiming to be who clearly hate women. So instead of hate DMing me, maybe reflect a little bit on why it is you're connecting with them and not me.
A lot of people that actually go out and approach women, they realize very fast that women don't really know what they want. And this is also me not saying that women don't know absolutely what they want. It's a little bit of both. It's women know what they want, they don't know what they want. There's a little bit of self-lying involved. There's a little bit of not understanding men and not understanding how to explain to men properly. The same way that men have a hard time with women. Men have a hard time self-lying with women. There's a lot of cases of this. It is in a very different way, but women and men both self-lie about what they want. ultimately in women and in guys.
So I think I figured out why women are dating outside the church these days, and it's pretty simple. Because church boys aren't masculine anymore.
Look, nobody has ever met me and thought, man, this guy, he has masculine energy in the way that this guy's talking about. But do you know how many women with Bible verses in their bio follow me? A lot. Do you know how many DMs I get from those same women daily asking me where they can find a man who loves his wife the way I love mine? A lot. So maybe the answer isn't hitting the gym more, but instead it's looking for a partner instead of property. And also maybe invest in an iron.
So saying that women are all agreeing with him does not say that he is right. And to be fair, he isn't. And a bunch of the different things he's been mentioning in the video, there's he's taken on more the blue pill version of everything, more the adult version of all this, which I think I still love his content. I still think he's coming from the right place. He's at times he does get a little bit passive aggressive with the people online, and to be fair, I get it. It gets a lot of views, and the guys that he is talking about, yeah, they're mad at women. Actually, I don't disagree with the guy. Yeah, there's not a lot of masculine guys. There's not a lot of masculine guys that go to church nowadays. However, there are some masculine guys that do. It's not something that is exclusive to the church, and I feel like this guy got a little bit emotional about the fact that he attacked Christianity because he's very clearly Christian. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with going to church necessarily, as long as you are still a masculine guy, as long as you have masculine presence, as long as you have your own frame of reality that is your own, that is not swayed by everybody else, that is unique to you. You're a stoic, strong person. You're a powerful man. As long as you're that, you can still go to church and love God and be Christian. It's okay to do that. But yeah, there are a lot of guys that also are very soft, that like church, who are also very two-dimensional or lack that bite that women like. Women like the bad boy energy. They like somebody with a little bit more of that energy. If you're gonna be somebody that is Christian or who goes to church, you still have to be masculine. You still have to be disagreeable at times. You still have to have the ability to bite back. A girl doesn't want a guy that is neutered.
Ladies, your man is no longer attracted to you.
I hope you're ready to explore the gift of a video this man has given us.
Men are not monogamous. Men are inclined to stray.
I know what you're thinking first off. Who is this guy?
I give dating advice.
Okay, but what are your credentials?
I've dated over 126 women in the Philippines.
And how'd they turn out?
I've had 4 committed relationships, engaged to 4 women to be married. I didn't marry.
Us as humans, we have open style of dating. You can either be monogamous, you can be polygamous, or you can be some mixture of both. We're made to be a species that is adaptable, and you adapt to the situation. Maybe there's a situation where being monogamous is more applicable to your situation. I think so many people get in arguments about this, but the answer is it's somewhere in the gray, it's somewhere in the middle, and you could be either or. You can either be a monogamous person or you can be polygamous or somewhere in the middle. Humans are extremely adaptable, and we adapt to situations. If in one particular situation, your brain realizes, or your ego realizes that a polygamous strategy is going to work for you better, it's going to take that. If it realizes that a monogamous relationship is going to be more advantageous, it's going to do that. There's reasons that both work.
I give dating advice.
Hi, friends. Let's talk about why I date women only between the ages of 18 to 28.
It's because I'm essentially a puer eternist. Now, for those of you that didn't take Latin, that's a forever boy. That's me.
I'm not going to lie, for those of you guys who are passport bros, I imagine most of you guys are looking like this. Anytime somebody puts up specific numbers, so anytime a girl says, I only don't date guys that are this short, or a guy says, I only date girls that are this age, it usually has to do with ego. It has to do with the way that you view yourself, and if you dated anybody outside of that range, you would have to go through ego death. So it usually has to do with some form of narcissism. So if you are somebody who's like, I only date girls in this range, or I only date guys above this height, then you are falling to that narcissism. Because if somebody was outside that range and they hit you emotionally, you were sexually turned on and attracted to them, you wouldn't give a fuck about those numbers.
If your woman does this sort of thing, she might be a keeper.
You know, people like to stereotype the men with microphones trope as being toxic, but let's hear this guy out.
If your woman does this, she stays over and without asking, she starts doing your dishes, makes your bed, folds your laundry, cooks you dinners, and brings you drinks.
Oh, baby, this is embarrassing for you. You don't want a partner. You want a new mommy.
Now, there's going to be angry women in the comments. Don't listen to them.
So remember, men, if you want to please your woman, don't listen to other women. Listen to this guy.
One of the love languages is gift giving. His time spent is acts of service. He's just expressing that one of his love languages is acts of service. This is very specific to him. For him, his way of expressing love is by doing something for his partner. Is for his partner doing something for him. This guy is, so this guy's, man, I'm assuming it's for views that he's getting so emotional for this. I can't imagine this guy getting so angry over videos that have nothing to pertain towards him. And he's clearly getting a lot of views for acting and reacting to videos like this, especially with women, which probably very much strokes his ego. But he does seem like a really sweet, cool guy, actually. I do like his energy. Other than that,
Newsflash. He doesn't give a fuck what you say. He doesn't care what you think about Love Island. He isn't interested in the pictures of your cat. He doesn't give a fuck.
Can you imagine hating women so much that you won't even allow yourself to like cats? Have you seen cats? They're adorable.
cats are fucking adorable.
This is the type of woman that attracts emasculated men.
All right, the general theme I've seen so far is that masculine men are terrified of confident women. Let's see if it holds up.
If she sets boundaries, all of them,
leaves the show entirely, tells him what to do, even a little bit, and provides for him in any sort of way.
And Andrew Tate's not gonna pick you, man. He's in love with his brother.
because dominant men don't let you do any of that.
You don't let them? God, why are you all the same person?
Women are attracted to strong, dominant, leader type guys. Women are attracted to personality. And so when I watch a video like this where he's very clearly a leader himself, as somebody who has bragged at least once so far about girls DMing him and saying that he is the perfect guy, women do like that. They do like that kind of energy. However, he did explain it in a very aggressive way, and that does pretty good on TikTok. I know that's not exactly something that this guy probably say in the same way as he does on TikTok. These guys are doing it for views. They're doing it for anger porn. If you guys know what that is a thing. Now, at the same time, too, not wanting a confident girl, if that's what he's saying, which the guy that's reacting to this is saying it's because he doesn't like confident women. Guys, I personally, I love confident women. I want an extroverted, confident girl. I love that in my energy. And if you're somebody that doesn't want a confident girl, there's actually a term for this. It's like almost like you're looking for that girl that's like Little Mermaid. Where you're like, what is this? And you're like, it's a spoon. They want almost like somebody that they can feel superior to because they feel so insecure themselves. And when they're around a girl that's kind of dumb, they can feel more in the masculine and they can feel less terrified of losing her or not feeling on her level. So they're not so intimidated by her so they can be themselves, which just takes a lot of confidence building and a lot of getting yourself out there and talking to more women. If you're somebody that's like that, you just don't have enough experience yet with the opposite sex.
Say this if a girl does not want to give you her number.
So years ago, before I met my wife, I was at a social gathering and I was talking to this young woman and we were flirting with each other and I felt like there was a mutual attraction going on. And so I asked for her phone number and she respectfully said no. And so here's what I did in that situation. First, I accepted her answer and I moved on.
I generally agree with this advice. If a girl says no to giving your number, just take off. There's a lot of women out there. Why would you waste your time with one? A lot of guys, when they first get into this, they get attached to the outcome of an interaction where you need the outcome. But what matters more than the outcome of any individual interaction is the way that you feel. Because if you feel good in your body, you feel strong, you feel powerful, you're extroverted, you're loose in your body, you are somebody that is in his power, the women are going to find you more attractive. And if you're chasing the girls that are saying no to you, then you're going to lose a lot of that. You're going to lose the relaxation. You're not going to be having fun. There are ways actually to flip a girl around when she says no about the phone number, but it's not by wanting the phone number. It's by having fun and not caring that the girl didn't give you the phone number. So it's kind of a bit of a catch-22.
There was a social experiment that was done where a guy went up to 100 girls and asked to sleep with them, and 100% of them said no. And then a girl went up to 100 guys and asked to sleep with her, and over 50% said yes. Why is this the case?
You haven't said your opinion yet, but I can already tell I'm gonna hate everything you say.
Because women are like a dial and men are like a light switch.
Well, you've already proven me right, but go on.
The reason is because there's more risk for a woman. These risks include being slut-shamed, and of course the big one, getting pregnant.
Or is it that if a random man approaches a woman on the street and says, will you have sex with me? It sounds like he's going to murder them.
He's missing the major point of what this guy is saying, and I think he's just trying to react to something in the way that his audience would like. That is true. Women are very picky and finicky in terms of who they have sex with, whereas guys are a lot less picky. And it has to do with the fact that there's twice as many women and mothers in history than there are fathers, and there's a reason, because women are extremely picky, and women should be picky. They should be picky with who they have sex with. Guys, honestly, I mean, It's biological. There's no changing it. It's actually a good thing that women are made this way and that guys have some kind of ability to get slowed down, because it wasn't, there would be such things as problems with infidelity. There'd be problems with disease and STDs. Thank God women are like this.
Once a woman sees a man cry, she never quite has the same level of respect for him. Now, none of us want this to be true, but the data, the studies, kind of seem to be pointing the other direction. One of the very first dates my wife and I went on was to see the movie Up. And I know what you're thinking, but I made it through the beginning. But about halfway through, she hears me sniffling and looks over, and when Russell was talking about how his dad and him used to count the red and blue cars, I lost it. I was a mess. I was literally ugly crying, stoically, manly, sobbing in my seat. And I could tell at that moment it was over. 12 years of marriage and 3 kids later, and she's clearly never respected me since that day.
There's this big problem with absolutes in the dating industry. People are giving absolutes. There is a mass majority of women that will care if their man cries or if a man cries with them, especially if they don't have a lot of investment in the guy yet. It's more okay when you've been dating the girl for a while to cry, but there's a lot of women that would actually care when they see a guy falling apart. Usually these are more the toxic women. These are more the women that have a hard time with dating monogamously to begin with. So if a girl is the type of girl to leave you when you cry, it's probably better off that she does leave you. And this is the majority of women that have this problem. Most women do have hard times with monogamous relationships. Most guys do too. Most people are toxic in dating because they don't get taught how to date properly. They don't get taught properly how to express their affection and how to become a man or a woman that is attracted to the opposite sex. And the women that are the higher quality women wouldn't really care so much if you do cry. I hate these absolute conversations where it's like, yes, this is okay, or no, this isn't okay. Everything's in a gray zone. Nothing's ever black or white.
Make me laugh to prove that girls are funny, and I'll give you guys $100.
Okay. Stop me if you've heard this one. A guy walks into a bar, right? And he approaches some women and tries to hide his insecurity and internalized hatred of women by asking them to disprove an old misogynistic trope in an impossible situation.
He's actually right. That situation is kind of fucked. I couldn't imagine myself on the fly making a person laugh like that. It'd have to be more, it's more in the moment when you're in a good flow and a good energy. It's like, make me laugh on the spot. Most guys aren't funny. However, more than not, guys are more funny than women, and it's because men have to try harder for affection, especially on the upfront. It is the guy's job to chase the women and to convince the girl that I am a good product, that I am valuable, that I am worth dating, I'm worth having sex with. And the women don't really have to do that in the upfront. Women have more hard time in the back end, whereas guys have an easier time in the upfront. So generally speaking, yeah, men are funnier than women. Not that that's 100% the case. There's a lot of hilarious women out there. There's some fucking hilarious women out there, just like there's some fucking hilarious guys. But it's on a spectrum. There are more funny guys, there are funny girls. And it's because guys have to fight harder in the upfront in dating.
Don't be weak in front of women. It screams, don't fuck me.
So there was a survey recently of 1,500 people, and 95% of the women surveyed said that they prefer men who are open with their emotions in front of them. But men will hear that message and they'll say, well, that's not true, because it's being told to them by women and not another man. Or they'll bring up the one example of that one relationship where they showed emotion and they're certain that was the reason why they were broken up with, and ignore the 20 other failed relationships where they didn't show any emotion, but those don't count because that doesn't fit their narrative. Because if they look at those 20 other failed relationships, then they have to look inward. They have to think it might be my fault that these aren't working out. So instead they focus on that one example from their own life or that thing that happened to their friend, because then it's the woman's fault. She was to blame for not letting me feel.
Unlike this individual right here, and apparently he's TikTok coaches, I actually have the pleasure to be going out there every day and talking to women and to see what they actually like. And it's not just 1 or 2 girls, it's thousands of women that I've talked to. I'm a pickup artist, I'm a men's dating coach. My job is talking to women. And yeah, they do fucking care about that, bro. I'm sorry, man, dude. They do care. Like, as much as you don't want that to be the case, and I know I imagine you're feminist, I don't know. It's okay being a feminist too. I think it's whatever. So, but it's, yeah, women want somebody that's strong, like point blank. They want somebody that's strong. The same way that I want somebody that's feminine. It's just men and women are different. And women look to a guy to see that he's valuable, to see that he's powerful. That is sexy to a girl. There's been a lot of guys who are in marriages where they start maybe losing their power. They start maybe losing money. They start losing self-confidence. And the women are now no longer attracted to them and they leave them. It is a very common thing. It is something that happens. I've had this happen. I know probably some of you guys have had this happen. I've been on dates with girls where I view them as higher value than me, and the girls aren't attracted to me. Whereas if I'm on a date with a girl and I'm just completely confident in my own value, I believe in myself, I think I'm the shit, the girl is just fucking floored that I'm on a date with her. Girls care a lot about your personality. They look to see that you're high status, high value, and it makes them more attracted to you or less attracted to you. If you believe in yourself, she's gonna believe in you as well. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. And with that being said, peace.
Since I met her, no, nothing has been the same. I picture perfect painting inside of a perfect frame. Wild child got in some trouble back in the day, but I don't give a fuck about the reputation that you made. Yeah, keep it real, ride or die to the end. Nobody got my back like she do when it gets low. Fucks like a porn chick, parties like a rock star. Spray paint our names in the heart on this cop car.